Alrighty, guys. Let's get some things fixed here before we start our actual stream. This is our first YouTube stream, guys, in like 3 or 4 months, I think. Something along the lines of that, which is super, super exciting. Yes, let me get a couple things worked here. For my mods that are in stream, you should have a little wrench symbol beside you if you have been added as mod. Danielle, I just added you. Is there anybody in my stream that's on my weather team that has not been modded yet that I need to get modded? Just say hi or say me or something so I can get y'all fixed. All right, let me get Morgan. Ashley. Babe, if you want to share this to the Facebook weather page, you can. I'm sorry, guys, we couldn't go live on TikTok. I was completely canceled out of doing dual streams, so I have to wait for that to get approved, which could be a little bit of time before that happens. Hopefully it's not too long, but... we can be a little more comfortable in here, too. We don't have to worry about too many people as of right now. We got 17 viewers. So if you are coming over from TikTok, I appreciate y'all. If you are here in general, I appreciate you. The graphics look good on here. I love it. It's not blurry. It looks beautimous. Looks absolutely beautimous. I am excited. Super excited for what we got going on here. It's going to be awesome. All right, let me get a couple of things fixed here on my end. Yeah, this is where we're going to be at if TikTok ever goes away, and we're not monetized over here. So I want to ask you guys something. We're going to be putting a lot more YouTube, a lot more effort here into YouTube in general. And for all of y'all that are coming over here from TikTok, I'm going to ask y'all the biggest favors. First of all, for y'all that are subscribed here on YouTube, you get more in-depth videos. I post different videos on here than I do on TikTok every day. It's more in-depth. It's a little bit longer. It's more of like a perk that you guys have here. The comments won't be filtered. I will say though as well, I've got all the mods in here. So if it ever were to get crazy at some point down the road, that's where we'll have mods in here to do what they need to do. I've also got just different program things that'll be pretty cool in here that'll go through. It looks really good on here. I really like this a lot. So as much as I love having TikTok and the 90,000 followers, it is what it is. Better graphics and make the stream looks better and only have 19 people in here than have 90,000 people that are toxic as heck. Not all of them are toxic, but most of them are. So I do appreciate y'all that are making that transition over here, as always. But like I said, this is where we're going to be. We're going to be dual streaming simultaneously. Now, here's the deal. On TikTok, I have to get approved to be able to dual stream like I did last year. It's a 1-year thing process that it has to go through. So I'm waiting for that to happen. If for some reason we don't get dual stream, we'll go back to TikTok, sadly, until that decision is made up. But I'm hoping we can continue dual streaming on here. That would be something that I'm super excited for. Am I laggy? It might be a little bit laggy, guys. It'll fix itself. It'll do it here and there. It's just how it is. But yeah, I'm super excited to see where we're going to take off here with this platform. The biggest favor that I can ask for you guys is to basically watch my YouTube videos. The more videos that you guys watch, the more watch time gets accumulated to where I can get monetized and we can get perks and added. There are so many more benefits and perks that you guys can get in the future with this platform than you can on TikTok. And I'm going to say that now. It's just, there's a lot of things that I want to have that I want to do. So, yeah, if you guys are having Wi-Fi issues, leave and come back. It might do that. It's YouTube. It's just how it is. Yeah, the Wi-Fi, like I said, might be in and out just a little bit. So, alrighty, let's talk about what we've got going on today. I do want to go ahead and pull up. We do have a marginal risk. We also got an SPC mesoscale discussion already here a few minutes ago. Let me get this pulled up real quick. Let me do this here. There we go. All right, let's go to SPC here. So you guys can see, here's our risk zones for today. Today did get upgraded to an enhanced risk as expected. It's not the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I was to say, I don't think it's the Wi-Fi. It might just be YouTube in general. Here's our risk zone for today. If you guys can't tell, we did get a marginal risk zone upgrade today for Minnesota, northern Iowa, and eastern Nebraska. This is an area right here that we're going to watch for damaging winds through the afternoon. Got a little Boeing line segments could move through here. Not anything too crazy. Now, what's happening in the Ohio Valley is going to be interesting today. We've got a marginal, a slight, and now an enhanced risk for wind. I did predict that in the video this morning over on TikTok. If y'all watch that video, you will hear me say that it was more than likely going to get upgraded, and it got upgraded. Crazy how I always get my videos published before the upgrades happen. It happens every single time. But basically, this is where we're going to be watching out today for the threat for damaging winds. Now, here's the deal, guys. I'm only going to be live until 6:30 Central Time, so we're going to be on here for the next 4.5 hours covering whatever happens. I have to get off at 6:30. So if there's anything ongoing, I'll just ask that you guys have alerts on your phones, but it should get us through majority of the craziness this afternoon. So, yeah, I think that's a thing. I don't know, Megan. I really don't know. I think that's a thing, though. Here's our tornado risk for today, 2% and 5% within a 25-mile radius of a given location. So tornado risk is elevated today. Not crazy, but elevated. Wind threat is numerous. And I think in that 30% risk area here for wind, we could see winds up to 75 miles per hour, anywhere from West Virginia into Western Virginia there. So just something to also be mindful of. And then hail is also 15 and 5% threat. So we're not looking at anything too crazy today, but it's enough to cause some issues. And that's what we're going to be watching out for. I'll discuss more in terms of risk zones for future days later on. We're really just on here to kind of cover what's happening. Here's our first live stream too, guys, to covering with our new software here. We're using WSV3 is the software. It's older software. It's been out for many years, but I like the graphics on it. It looks really good. And it's just a little bit better than, and different than Radar Omega has. So that'll be super exciting stuff that we have to look forward to with that. Also, as always, alerts are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. We've got showers and storms moving here into the I-90 corridor, here into Sioux Falls, Brookings, Huron, Watertown. So not expecting anything quite yet here. I actually meant to show you guys the mesoscale discussion that came out a second ago. That was where I was at. So we got to watch unlikely. Shucks, hold on. Mesoscale for watch unlikely here for this area. If it pops up, that would be great. Cool. That one's not going to pop up. Well, we did get the mesoscale discussion here. Kentucky, West Virginia, Southern Ohio, including the Cincinnati area, and southern portions of Pennsylvania here. So this is 80% watch probability. This will be a severe thunderstorm watch. At least as of right now, large hail damaging winds are the primary concerns. Tornadoes are the lower end threat. So severe storms capable of producing large hail and damaging wind gusts will spread eastward through the afternoon into the evening. A watch will likely be issued within an hour or two. Parts of this area. Really quickly, I'm going to test something, and we're going to see if this works. I'm going to test the soundboard, guys. I don't remember if this is going to do the same thing that it did last time. We're going to give this a whirl and see what it does really quickly here. Hold on one second. Let me brace, guys, for impact, because this might be interesting. Oh my gosh. It didn't glitch. Did y'all hear the soundboard okay? Did it work? Yay! Like, what did it sound like? Could you hear it? Like, it's not like low end sound or any of that. Did it get fixed finally? Yay! I love that. Also, guys, my voice and me seeing your comments is about a 20-second delay. So, also keep that in mind as well. So it might be a little bit of a late reaction on my end of things if y'all point something out in chat or if I say something compared to you guys. So just remember a little bit of a 20-second lag, in terms of that. So I was waiting for that. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. At least it works. So that makes me happy. All right, let's go over here to our lovely enhanced risk zone here. Talk about what we're going to be seeing. Let me get this pulled back up. There we go. All right, we're going to work on some things here. Let's get radar turned on. Let's get base velocity turned off here. This is going to be our first time using WSV3 as a stream radar. Ro, I love how we just got clipped here with severe weather. Like, we're outside of the marginal here. Gotta love that. Alrighty. Let's do this. Let's zoom out. What is the radar doing? All right. Y'all are gonna have to bear with me here because it's gonna take us some time to get used to using this here. All right. If y'all do have questions in the chat, feel free to. It's a little bit calmer. Let's go, Leanna, with the subscription. Guys, also, really cool shit. I got that put up there. I love it. Thank you guys for subscribing, coming over here and subscribing. I do appreciate it. We're going to continue to grow this channel. This is like TikTok restart all over again. I love it. I love watching the channel grow. It makes me super excited. So it is free to subscribe. So we will hopefully get more viewers in here. It is free to subscribe, which is awesome. I think the Cincinnati radar is just being wonky here. There we go. We got some storms firing off here. All right, let's go base velocity and see if we have anything. Not yet. There we go. I love how the beam just shoots all the way that far out. That's pretty cool. Illinois is good today. You guys will have severe weather on Friday and Saturday. That is the game plan there. So we're watching storms firing off here just south of Cincinnati. Nothing severe yet, which is good news. We should be getting a watch soon. Let me kind of give you guys a time frame here of what we're going to be looking at in terms of the severe weather potential this afternoon here. Let's take a look. We'll switch over here. There we go. Not the winter weather advisory still coming in. That's what's even more crazy. All right, here's a timeline of what we could see later on this afternoon here. We've got some pretty decent CAPE here. So what you're going to see here is reflectivity overlapped with CAPE. So this is the instability in the atmosphere, kind of our storm fuel. You can see our cold front off to the west here. So pretty far off there to the west. So storm initiation will be vertical to that cold front. We'll see beans start to kind of pop off here, and then we'll kind of get clusters to develop later on this evening. Let's play this radar out here. Going to go hour by hour. So this is around... Actually, we need to update this because this is an old run. Let's go 18Z. 18Z is actually just coming in, so we are going to have to go 17Z. There we go. Yeah, instability. So storms are going to fire off here in the next hour or two. You can see supercells in and around Louisville, Lexington here. Got a line of storms up in northern Ohio. That's, I think, draped along the cold front there. Cold front / warm front. So we'll have to watch up there. Most of these storms are going to be south of that boundary, so we'll see supercells firing off around 5 to 6 p.m. And then we get most of these storms moving in around 6 to 7 p.m., guys. Like I said, I'm only going to be on stream today until about 6:30, so there will probably still be storms ongoing after we get off stream. I'm only able to cover for the next 4.5 hours, but it's more than likely just to get you guys here and out the door and ready to go this evening and cover whatever does happen here in the next little bit. So tornado risk will mostly be gone by the time 7, 8 p.m., 9 o'clock gets here. We'll still have a conditional tornado risk out there, but I think it's really going to be more wind and hail that we see than anything else. It's kind of an elevated area today as well that could see that tornado risk. So these are going to be, this is kind of the future radar through about 7, 8, 9 p.m. tonight. So not looking at anything too crazy, but just enough to cause the chance for some damaging winds, some hail, and some potential isolated tornado threat out there. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. We'll just keep the radar pulled up and going here. All right, we'll zoom back out here. Let's see. I want to see if the radar in Indiana is working a little bit better. There we go. We can see it a little bit better. I think the radar's just so close in Cincinnati. So once again, guys, if you have questions, feel free to use them. I need to get my bot switched there. Y'all are going to see me fine-tune some things in here as well. Just a minute, y'all. I'm working on a couple things. Let's see if this helps clear up some of this space. There we go. All right, let's see if that makes things a little bit better. I have to fix some of the bot settings there so it's not spreading the chat with anything crazy. All right. All right, how's everybody doing in the chat today? While we kind of got storms on going here, talk to me, guys. How's everyone doing? There's 22 of you lovely people in here. I do appreciate y'all for being in here today. So we're going to keep you guys safe. That's the goal. I'm going to switch this loop up to 2 hours instead of... There we go. Got some showers and some storms ongoing so far here. Cincinnati's about to get some pretty decent thunderstorms. Might even get some severe warnings on some of those there. I'm very interested to see how velocity looks with some of these tornado storms today, if they do in fact go tornadic. That's going to be my biggest thing as well. Kind of getting an idea from that standpoint. Mesomat is still learning a lot of this software here today, so. Pendleton, Kentucky. Let's take a look here. I have not found a searching feature yet either on here, which is also really interesting. That is the only thing that I have not found yet. So y'all may have to help me find... Yeah, finally we're not in a risk. I may have to have some of my chat here help me out with some locations, because I have not yet found a magnifying, or not a magnifying, but a area to look up location jet with this software. I need cities. Y'all will have to give me cities, not by county. That's going to be a little bit harder for me to figure out. A little bit harder. I will say, if you're in Eastern Kentucky, you're more than likely in a slight risk. South of Cincinnati. Let's take a look here. There we go. So Williamstown. So is it going to be Foulmouth? What's up, Megan? Good to see you in here. Good to see you guys crossing over. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that was right. Okay, yeah. So you guys actually have a storm just to the north of you here that is currently moving in. Let me actually pull that loop back to 1 hour. There we go. Yep, you got a storm just to the north of you there in the county. Yeah, guys, make sure y'all's city and state because I don't have a way to search locations on here yet. I have not found that feature. So until I found that feature, that's where we're gonna be at right now. So we'll be covering out once warnings and stuff come out. We'll be covering those out by area location. So if you guys are coming in, welcome, 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 welcome. Do you think it is possible for more tornado outbreaks like we had April 2nd this season? Yes. Does it look like we're going to see anything in the future to that magnitude? Probably not right now. I think May, though, could be interesting. According to what I'm seeing in model and ensemble guidance-wise going into the rest of April, it could happen. I'm not seeing the signs yet for that, but I do think that we will see severe weather return. Absolutely 100% clearly. Okay, I will mod him, babe. Megan S. Is it Megan Sitter? I hope I say your last name right. Is that you that's on the team? A little bit different than usernames on lovely, sweet old TikTok. And then let me get Kristen. Let's me get Kristen. Okay, it's her. Okay, I wanted to make sure. Get you added. Kristen, let me get you added. Boom. Awesome, awesome. We got a stronger storm over here near Versailles, Versailles and Dillsboro, Indiana that I'm watching here too. Let me click over to that radar just quickly. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? Hold on. I'm going to have to reload this, guys. Bear with me. WSV3 is a little bit older software. Just a little bit older. We get to zoom all the way into the earth. This is such a cool thing, guys. Like, I absolutely love it. There we go. Yeah, I'm starting to see a little bit of hail popping up here in some of these storms that we're initiating in and around Cincinnati. So that's what I'm currently watching for right now. Got some of those higher concentrations of DBZ. The chat is just blue. Yeah, most of the weather team will be in here. Like I said, guys, watching here on YouTube for the first couple of months, maybe even year, we're not going to have a lot of viewers in here for now. And that's okay. That's part of growing a new channel. Oh, our kiddo's home. Babe, his square's already in his room. There we go. I had to fix a couple more things. All right, y'all. We should be getting a watch here soon. It'll pick up more. Yeah, I think it will too. I agree with you, Kristen. 100%. Will the Southeast be dry for the last 2 weeks of April, Matt? I think so. I think we'll see an uptick in just storm coverage in general going towards the last week of April. I think next week, though, and this week should be pretty decent in terms of lower end potential. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That'll be interesting to watch. Okay. Got a little nice little cell here coming into Lawrenceburg, Indiana / Ohio. If you're in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, your storms are on your doorstep here. We've got some stronger storms that are moving also here as well into portions of Butler, Crittenden. Your storms are moving in. So continue to watch these storms move in pretty quickly here. They're moving pretty quick. So I haven't seen anything severe warned yet. Most of today's threat, like I said, is going to be wind and hail, guys. So we're not, like I said, we're not expecting anything tornado outbreak wise today, which is good. Katie, what's up? Good to see you in here. All right. I'm just going to leave later radar and root loop here for a little bit. What's up, Maddie? Good to see you in here as well. Matt's going to look at a couple things behind the scenes here while we kind of watch radar. Well, y'all. Oh, we just had a 5.2 earthquake hit San Diego an hour ago. That's pretty interesting. Let's take a look at this actually while we're waiting on storms. Megan, what in the world? I'm going to guess the kiddo has Megan's phone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's go take a look at this. This is interesting. A bunch of aftershocks here too. So here was the 5.2. This happened earlier. Let's zoom out here. So this was, I believe, on the fault line here too. Yeah. So this is just east of San Diego. Well, your major fault line's to the east of that. That's the San Andreas fault line right there. It's interesting. Funny, Megan. Y'all all crack me up. Yeah, so we've got a couple clusters of earthquakes here. You had one that just happened as well to the east of it, but this is where our main concentration of earthquakes are at here in San Diego. So we're going to watch that. That's south of Riverside and east of San Diego. We got all types of weather happening today. Do, 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 do. Let's see here. I'm looking at our new her run that's coming in and seeing what it's doing. There's a couple cells that get rotating as they go into Eastern Virginia later on this afternoon. This will be interesting to watch. It's right around 6 to 7 p.m. So go figure, right, guys? Got 27 viewers in here. If you are new to the YouTube channel, welcome in. This is Mesomat. We are also on TikTok when we get that back tomorrow, hopefully. But we are going to be dual streaming, guys, going forward here after today, hopefully. That's the game plan. So super excited. It's our first YouTube stream in quite some time. Got some really dark DBZ here. Hold on a minute. Let's take a look at this. 62, 63. So there is some hail on this storm. I wonder if this is actually dropping. Yeah, we've got hail markers on this too. We can also see meso and TVSs. Let's turn those on. Kind of get us an idea here of what we're looking at. Wow, this is pretty cool. So we've got hail at 1.25 inches on this hail detection. Hail severity 70%. So the surprising fact that this is not severe warned yet is interesting to me. If Connor will come to the house way before then. Connor's already talked about hanging out with us. Oh, God. Megan. Her kiddo's got her phone, and it's freaking hilarious. Megan's actually back now. Love it. I love it. Let's look at these echo tops and see if we've got anything. Takes a minute for this to load in. Maybe it'll load in. I guess Cincinnati's radar today just is garbage, or at least outside of it. Oh, we got our first severe thunderstorm warning in Kentucky. Where's this at? Oh, so that's the storm right there. There it is. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to have to zoom this up here just a little bit. Move this box up here so you guys can see it. This is a really cool feature. I can move all this stuff around here. They got a rotating meso on that too, which is also interesting. All right, hold on. We're going to have to reset WSV3. It's just crashing out. Zoom back in here. It might crash a little bit, guys. Yeah, it's really, really cool what they're doing with this. Paducah's radar's down. We love that. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff with this. So there is 1-inch hail on this. 1.25-inch hail. But the severe thunderstorm warning here. We've got this for till 3 p.m. So 37 minutes on this. Hail threat, 1-inch wind threat, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Locations is Trinity, Bradford, Aberdeen, Vanceburg, Stonewall, Powersville, Rome, Johnsville, Tuckahoe, Wolcott. And then they've got the interstate here. State Route 348. Yeah, this is really, really cool. Brooksville, Maysville in this warning here. Yeah, I like this, guys. This is really cool. What do y'all think? Do y'all like this better? Do y'all like Radar Omega better? I know it's a little bit confusing, but y'all let me know in the chat what y'all thinking. Like I said, hail detection. Like, this is some really cool stuff. I love this. And I can move the box around. All right, there we go. We can see this a little bit better now. All right, Melissa, let me get you modded. Alyssa Blair. Katie, it's capital Mesomat and then 20. I can get with you afterwards and get you set up if you want with it. This isn't the software for radar. Like the promo code is for the modeling website. Yeah, we're gonna start using it a lot, so you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But yeah. I'm super excited. I love it. Yeah, I can actually link. Hold on a minute. Let me add a bot to it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna add it on here. Hold on. There we go.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Yay, we got our watch. It's about time.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued. A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Yeah, these storms are elevated today. Yes, Sam. 100% on that. You guys are going to see that watch. Look at that. The watch already updates.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
The watch already updates on WSV3 before SPC even gets it out on the website. Look, you guys see the red polygon wrapped around the risk zone here? That's the severe thunderstorm watch. It's already out.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Like, the watch is already out on here before SPC even puts it out. Like, look at that. SPC doesn't even have it updated yet. It's not even there. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I love it. But that's your watch box right there. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. So that watch is out until 10 p.m. Central Time. So I can actually leave that up there. Hold on a second. Maybe. Wind gust up to 70 miles per hour, max hail 2 inches, and max... Oh, this is pretty cool. They can say if it's PDS or not. It'll show the storm motion, and it'll show max echo tops at 50,000 feet. That is really freaking cool. That's what I'm telling y'all. The Switch is wild. The Switch is wild. Like, I absolutely love it.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
I'm going to actually take that glowing effect off here in just a second. I'm trying to get my timer bot put on here real quick. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, it's worth the freaking money. They popped that thing out there real quickly. All right, let me get this fixed here. All right, that is there. All right, we'll do this here, and we'll set this up. Beat a miss. All right. There we go. All right, I got that subscription bot in there, so it should go off in a few minutes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, guys, so there is the watch. Pretty much all of southern Ohio, south 2 counties in southwestern Pennsylvania, and then West Virginia. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. No, when storms are elevated, they still can produce tornadoes. It's just a lower likelihood. So I do want to clarify that. Like I said, guys, there's a 2% and a 5% tornado threat today. Storms can produce tornadoes that become surface-based. Damaging winds and hail will be the biggest priority, but we still can get tornadoes with surface-based storms. So I want to make that known. So, all right, let's get to these severe thunderstorm warnings here. Let me take this glow off of this overlay here really quickly. There we go. All right, so that watch is out. So 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, guys. Cincinnati, Ohio. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning here for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That is valid until 3:15 Central Time. If you guys are coming into the stream, welcome, welcome, welcome in. Good to see y'all in here. Mr. Storm, Sam, Nicole, good to see you guys in here. All right. Yeah, this is starting to produce a pretty decent amount of wind. You can see that Boeing segment already developing there coming towards Cincinnati. You guys are going to get some storms here in Cincinnati in a minute. Covington, Florence. And then the other one over here near Ripley, Maysville, and West Union. All right, Nicole, I've got you added here. Anything shocking that we aren't expecting that's not on a mesoscale? Honestly, I don't think so. Or I don't see anything that's got my attention in terms of that. I think wind and hail are going to be more of the concern today. The tornado window is between now and I think about 8-9 p.m. So. We're on that rough range there. Yeah. I wouldn't be chasing in this environment today, not with all the terrain that's out. Let me see if I can get my watch fixed here. I like the watch glow, but I want to turn that off really quickly here. Give me just a second, guys. Yeah, that's what I was seeing too. That 30% wind threat that's out does look pretty concerning this evening. The models are just, the NAM and the HER, they still have this thing kind of broken cluster-wise. We'll just see what happens. The models don't typically do too well in some of these threshold situations, so we'll see what happens. Trying to fix a couple of my settings here, guys. Bear with me. Do 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 do. Is it good? I hope you like it, babe. I hope you do like it. Um, All right, I'll have to fix this later. I'm not too worried about it right now. Let me see if I can fix SPC's outlook real quick. We're getting a couple things fixed on stream, guys, while we're watching things here, so just bear with me. I think it is the watch that's glowing. Yeah, I've got to get that watch fixed. I don't like the glowing on it. Ugh. It's wonky. Well, they've got the aviation watch box too for it, which is pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. I can just outdo the outline on it. There we go. There we go. Let's do it that way. I like that a little bit better. There we go. Red polygon. That red polygon is the severe thunderstorm watch. I like that a little bit better than this glowy thing because there's just so much on it. There we go. Y'all can see the watch box now. A little bit better up there. I might be able to also fix the SPC outlook real quick. Yeah, that's not good, Ashley. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on, y'all. There we go. That's a little bit better. Got one more on here that I need to fix. To where it's fixed. There we go. All right. There's not that wavy glow color anymore on this. All right. Let's get back into this here. Severe thunderstorm warning's out. Severe thunderstorm watch is out in the red polygon until 10 p.m. Central Time. So 2-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds, 50-foot echo tops or 50,000 feet echo tops is what we're looking at as well. So if you're in this risk zone for tonight, guys, just be mindful that watch does cover. We will probably get an extension on this at some point later on tonight. I am only going to be on stream, guys, until 6:30 Central Time. So you'll have me for just a little bit. And then after that, I'll have to get off here for the evening for tonight. So you guys will more than likely have me for the rest of the week, though. So no worries there. This is more of like a trial stream too, because we haven't done a YouTube stream in forever. So I'm trying to make sure everything works to where when we get to like big days, we don't have this issue. I want to say too, if I'm also correct, do we have, let me compare something here to Radar Omega. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. We're going to try something here. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Do we have more radars on WSV3? Hold on a minute. Okay, no, we don't. I thought we had more radars on WSV3 for a second. I was using this short-range radar. That's why. Crunchy bacon is good, though. I love the crunchy bacon. The crunchy bacon is good, guys. You have to love the crunchy bacon. Hail's still at 1 inch on both of these severe thunderstorm warnings, so we're not seeing anything tornadic yet right now, which is good. Y'all, how do y'all like this? Do we like WSV3 better than Radar Omega? Is that what I'm seeing? I'm super excited. It's mid. You're mid, babe. Rochelle would say mid. All right, velocity. So far right now, we're not seeing any mesos, which is good. Mesos. I love that. Come on, guys. That was funny. That was freaking funny. Is that the, what is the DBZ here? Golly. 70 DBZ, so the hail is cranking on some of these areas here. 1.5 inch. Is this one warning at 1.5 inches now? We've got a 1.5 inch hail marker here, moving towards Maysville and West Union, Kentucky. Kentucky/Indiana. We'll use the short range radar again here. I've got to fix my zoom in speed. It is so fast and it's freaking annoying. Where is my camera? There it is. Union, Kentucky. Give me 2.5 seconds. Bree, is that you, Queen of 5 Kids? I think it is, right? I want to double check. I think that's you, right? Not Union City, babe. Not the Union City. That's wild, babe. All right, I'm working on some settings, guys, so bear with me here. There we go. I think I fixed what I wanted to fix. Yeah, guys, make sure y'all give a like on the video here on the channel, the stream. I appreciate it. We're watching these severe storms moving through here. Do I have another radar out of Ohio here that can show all of this? I do. There we go. It's a little bit better. Yeah, we've got some really large hail developing on this here. 1.25 inches in diameter here. So this is for West Union, Kentucky / Indiana, Vanceburg, Indiana / Kentucky. Quite a bit interesting here. Both of these warnings are out for wind and chill 60-mile-per-hour winds. We might actually start seeing some rotation out of this a little bit here. There is a little bit of rotation maybe trying to develop near Manchester and Concord. So velocity's doing the thing. It's working slowly. Interesting. We'll see if that decides to do anything there. Can we add gate-to-gate shear? Yeah, really not looking at too much of anything quite there yet. Echo tops on this storm also looking pretty good. 61,000 feet. There is no way that is 61,000 feet. There ain't no way. More like 40,000 feet, not 60. Oh, yeah, it might be 60,000 feet. I got 2-inch diameter hail marker on this storm now. Yeah, 2-inch hail probability. Probability 100% of 2-inch hail. This has definitely got some hail on it for sure. So if you're in Concord, Indiana, Stout here. Oh, sorry, this is Ohio, not Indiana. I'm going to get my states mixed up today. So this is going to head towards Portsmouth and Rosemount, Williamsburg. This is going to be going towards West Virginia here soon. I wonder if this storm gets upgraded potentially to a PDS maybe. That's actually really impressive. So you guys are in these past these storms here. Please be mindful. Warnings are scrolling at the bottom of your screen as well. Yeah, I did say that. Here I am. Literally. All right, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning here. Oh, there's another one. So this is going to be for Georgetown, Butler, Ripley, and Chillow, Ohio / Kentucky. So let me pull this up here. This isn't going to be by county, guys. This will be by city and towns this time. That's where we'll be coming up. So be paying attention to those counties at the bottom of your screens, please. So we've got Mount Auburn, Bradford, Willow Grove, Grants Lick. That's a weird name. Russellville, Moscow, Gardensville, Decatur, Peach Grove, Ivor, Fiskburg. These names. Point Isabel, Feedsburg, Johnsville, South Ripley, Chatham, Utopia, Butler, Georgetown, and Augusta. All right, storm motion at 67 miles per hour. So this will expire at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. We've got 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds on this warning. I still can't get over the 2-inch hail that we're getting out of this thing. I'm not seeing any rotation on this complex of storms that's down here in at least these two warned storms are not rotating. But the one over here in the West Union area had a little bit of a signature on it here. We'll take a look at this here. A little bit of some spin trying to get going over near Concord, but not quite there yet. Just a lot of hail. I mean, the hail core on this thing, we're producing 69, almost 70 dBz. That's decibels per second, by the way, guys. Definitely up there with the hail. Have they upgraded this warning yet? 1.5-inch hail. So we're getting close. I believe that is right at almost golf ball size hail, just a little bit below that category. What's up, Abraham? Good to see you, bud. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Trying to fix some things in the process of doing this here with you guys. Here we go. Look at Megan go. I appreciate you, Megan. Megan, you don't have to put all the locations in there, girl. You're good. You are good. So Concord and Stout, Ohio here along the Ohio River in this severe thunderstorm warning, potentially producing up to 2-inch diameter hail. We'll go back here as well into our other severe thunderstorm warnings. Butler. This is along the Ohio River here, Kentucky-Ohio line. We've got Butler, Neville, Augusta, Ripley, Georgetown, Ohio/Kentucky, getting ready to get some damaging winds and some large hail here. 1-inch diameter hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds with both of these here. Like I said, we're not seeing anything in terms of velocity yet with any of this. Yeah, I haven't quite seen anything quite yet on this. Lots of rain ongoing too. Kind of looking at a broader perspective here too. We'll go up here to northern Ohio. We'll look at some storms initiate, and yeah, none of these storms down here are quite yet getting going. Hope y'all are enjoying the YouTube stream today. All right, we got some meso detection up here. Hold on a minute. We got some rotation on the storm up here. Thought there was one, unless that was old. Okay, that was old. I was like, I don't know about that. Let's see if we can see estimated hail size. If it'll let us. Nope, we're not getting that here yet. I love it. I love that though, Megan. That's freaking awesome. All right, 2:30 left on that warning. That one expired, I think, already. No, that's still 3:15. Sorry. These are the long track storms we're going to have to watch for that are going to go east. Day 1 just updated. No changes. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, guys, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back in just a second. All right, guys, I had to grab a donut too. All right. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. So why shove a donut down my throat? We're gonna watch hail happen. Hold on one sec, y'all. All right, we got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning here. So we still got 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. I don't know why they canceled the other one. That's a little bit weird. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we have a 2.5-inch hail marker on this storm. What is... I think it's moving out of the radar. Let me go to our other radar site here and see if it works a little bit better. No, they just dropped the warning behind this. I don't understand that. We've got a strong mezzo on this too, which is also interesting. Why did they drop the... Why did they drop the warning on this? Did it expire? Oh, it expired. Well, that's great. They put one out in front of it, but it doesn't cover where the actual storm is at right now. All right, we still got this other storm here for going into Augusta and Georgetown, Ohio. I will say this does have a little bit of a bowing feature to it, which is also interesting. Let me see if we can manually track this one out here. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get this to work properly. Oh, come on. Why is it not working? I had this working yesterday, and it's really annoying, and it's not wanting to work today. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to fix something again. Nope, not what I wanted to do there either. Oh, we can see the cell paths, which is pretty cool. It's not going to let me do it. Let me reopen it and reclose it here. Hold on, guys. We are working through the kinks on this new software. Here we go. So you can draw the line on your storm vectors. Which is pretty cool. You can kind of see where it's going to go timestamp-wise, which is pretty interesting. I've got to work this out still in terms of how this is going to work, but this is pretty cool. Oh, Mandy, let me get you modded. Hold on. Babe, Mandy's a mod, right? Just want to make double check. I think Ro's still in here. I'm mod. Okay, I got you. I got you. Got you. There you go, Mandy. You're good to go. Alka dolka, y'all. All right, we got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning here for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Actually, this isn't new. This is all just updated. So that's still out till 3:15 for New Richmond. Was that Whithamsville and Williamsburg, Ohio, in Kentucky/Ohio. So that's this storm right here. Let's check base velocity and see what we've got, if there is anything. Still a little bit of inflow down here on this hailstorm crossing the Ohio River. This storm is just riding the Ohio River. The one in Portsmouth going towards Worthington and Irontown. This looks like it's going to head towards Charleston, West Virginia, which they've actually got some pretty decent populations there. Let's see if the radar picks this up. Radar has a mezzo on this, which is interesting. So that's a mezzo detection right there, which is pretty cool. Davis, good to see you, bud. God, it's the first time I've seen you in stream. I hope you're doing well. If you guys don't subscribe to Davis Does Weather, he's a little bit younger than me, but does the same thing. Pretty cool kid. Pretty young kid, and he knows his shit. So I appreciate you, bud, for stopping in here. Good to see you. So this is pretty cool. So that's severe thunderstorm warning out here once again for South Shore, Flatwoods, Vernon, Raceland, Russell, Irontown, Worthington, kind of some of the bigger cities in that warning box up there. Pretty cool stuff. Make sure you guys are in your safe places there. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind's going to be the biggest on that. And then we've got the other one here. We got about 19 minutes. Georgetown, Ripley, Augusta. Kind of watch some of these areas here for wind and some hail. Like I said, not seeing that tornado potential quite yet. Tornado potential, although it is elevated today, if storms can become surface-based, we'll have the chance to produce a couple tornadoes. They'll be short, brief tornadoes. I wouldn't rule out a longer track tornado. I thought that was going to be the SPC Outlook update earlier, but I just may not. We may not get to that threshold today. We'll see. Definitely producing some hail on this storm, though, coming in towards Ironton. The broader view here of what we've got going on. So, guys, we're going to be on here for about 3-ish more hours hanging out here. We've been live for about an hour and a half. I do appreciate y'all for watching today. This is kind of like a trial stream here on YouTube. We haven't done a YouTube stream in forever. We're waiting for TikTok to give us that verification back tomorrow to go live. So we'll be dual streaming on both again tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, I should say. Trying to see if we can get to 100,000 followers as quick as possible. They've still got probability on this hail indicator of 2.25 inches, so that is right at baseball size threshold hail. Hey, why is my camera kind of chipped there a little bit? Hold on a second. We're gonna fix that. There we go. Is Ro calling my name? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I think Ro's calling my name. Rochelle, guys, get this. So y'all, if you leave YouTube and you go to watch something else, or you're doing something else and you don't have the stream like in the background, it'll delay it to where it's not watched in live time. So I'm sitting in here and I'm doing this and I just hear babe, 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 babe. I'm like, wait, what? Why is she calling my name? I'm live. She knows this. She goes, are you in the bathroom? I said, no, that was like 30, 45 minutes ago. She goes, oh, I said, you're delayed. You need to go back in and hit the live on it. And she goes, oh, freaking hilarious. Make sure y'all are always refreshing and hitting that live button if you go out. That way you can be in real time and not in past tense time. It's like, wait, why is she calling my name? I'm so confused. Like, babe, I'm live. Like, what? Leave me alone. All right, let me get you added there, Mr. Payne's toothbrush. There we go. Awesome sauces. Awesome, awesome. Now we got 35 people watching here on YouTube. Make sure y'all are subscribing if you haven't yet. I do appreciate y'all for being here. We should be back to dual streaming on TikTok and YouTube tomorrow if I can get that verification finished, which would be nice. I'm still waiting on that. But today's a stream to kind of test how YouTube goes. Let me know what y'all think about it here. This is our first YouTube severe weather stream, really, I think that we've ever done, in terms at least in a long time. So I'm liking what we're doing so far. Excuse me. All right. Still got this severe thunderstorm warning out for about 30-ish more minutes here. We'll take another look at velocity. Still seeing a pretty decent amount of shear with this storm. It's not by any means impressive, but you can see your inflow feeding into the storm here, and you can see your outflow. So this storm could be actually mesocyclonic. It could be getting some rotation trying to develop with this here. We'll actually play this out on radar real quick and see if this is legit. Yeah, it's definitely been trying to rotate here for the last couple of frames. Past tense cracked me up. Literally though, like if you're not updating it because you have to make sure it's live. Make sure y'all always do that because I'll have people that are like, what are you talking about? Like this was like 45 minutes ago. West Virginia timing. You guys are going to be here in the next little bit. Your watch is out till 10. It's going to take some time for these storms to get going and in your area. But we should start to see those storms later on. Probably between, I think, more towards the 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock time frame. We're only going to be live, guys, for another 3 hours. And then I'm going to have to get off here for the evening. But we'll be live back-to-back covering this weekend, potentially. So we'll see what happens. God, the quality of the camera looks so much better on here, too. I love it. So we've only got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Georgetown, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's in Ohio. And then we've got the Kentucky-Ohio line getting ready to head into West Virginia, just north of Interstate 64 here in Portsmouth. We've got 2-inch hail, at least a 2-inch hail indicator here, but 1-inch hail actually falling. Yeah, western here in the next 2 to 3 hours, roughly. I don't know why we have a mezzo over here on this storm. Is there a mezzo on this storm rotate? Yeah, there's not. That's old school, I think. Have a line of storms moving here? Yep, we got a line of storms now. Kind of ready to come through Ohio. I wouldn't be shocked if this gets severe warn next. Got a wall of wind approaching Florence, Crittenden, Walton, Alexandria. So Cincinnati, you guys, they're about to get whacked again. Covington here as well. Hazel agrees. Yeah, you can start to see that wind there. The wind's picking up a little bit. Let's take a marker and look at this. About 30, 40, 50 mile per hour winds almost getting up in there. So we're getting there in terms of severe weather threshold. Yeah, the Panhandle of West Virginia definitely won't be until a little bit later on tonight. Yeah, that'll be the main time frame for you guys. I'm still really concerned at the amount of hail that is falling out of this supercell. The models actually did pretty good with the situation today that we've got going on, so that's a plus in terms of weather forecasting. The HER model did pretty good with this today so far. God, but the hail though is just racking up here. 1.75-inch hail, at least golf ball size hail as a radar indicator there. So storm motion is 58 miles per hour due east. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds here for Franklin, Wheelersburg, and then green up, and then eventually going towards Irontown. Next, we'll have Huntington and Barbersville, Athalia, Crown City, West Virginia next on that in front of this severe thunderstorm warning. I still want to go back because it's had some rotation on it. Let's take a better look at this. What's gate to gate shear doing anything? Yeah, gate to gate shear is not showing anything. CC's not showing anything. Sheesh. What's our echo tops at? There's a new severe thunderstorm warning in Ohio. Yeah, echo tops are right at 38, almost 40,000 feet. I love using this tool. This is so cool. Alta Vista, give me 2.5 seconds and we'll take a look at you guys over there. Where's that at? All right, there's our new extension on that severe thunderstorm warning here. So we've got 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is going to be for Peebles, Red Oak, Duncansville, Concord, Lake Winoka, State Route 348, and 125, Russellville, Decatur, Bentonville, Cherry Fork. Those are some of the areas there. West Union, Kentucky or not Kentucky, that's Ohio. That's Brown County there. Oh, the bottom near the North Carolina border. Let's take a look here. I know Alta Vista's in here somewhere. There it is. Marginal risk. Yeah, you guys will probably be well after 10 p.m. tonight. Had to take me to find it. But just be mindful, though. I think all modes of severe weather, mostly damaging winds and hail, but you could get a brief spin-up tornado. It can happen, sadly, in these risk zones. Wonder if some of these cells are going to get surface-based or not. I have not seen. I will take a look at our new HER run coming in. I am noticing a big downtrend on a couple of these storms coming still through tonight. Big downtrend on the HER model run. Looks like just a lot of wind and hail out there this afternoon. which would be a good thing in terms of keeping tornado potential at bay. I think we're really going to have to wait more towards the end of the week before our tornado potential increases a little bit. It's just something to kind of take note of. It got very cloudy outside. Yeah, it's cloudy outside. Means our front is coming through with no precip. We love that. We'll keep the rain out of here, shall we? Guys, I just want to say too, I am so excited for the future of Mesomat weather streaming. Like, this is some really exciting stuff. We're going to be dual streaming, hopefully, as long as we get approved on TikTok here with that extension through Streamlabs. That's what I'm kind of waiting to see. But just some really, really exciting things coming here future-wise for Mesomat streaming and just in general videos. For y'all that are here on YouTube, y'all are the real ones. I appreciate y'all that are watching on YouTube. Y'all come over here from TikTok, or you guys find me through the algorithm. Just very, very much appreciated, and super excited to continue to do this here for you guys and give y'all life-saving information to keep y'all updated on weather. That's the biggest thing that I'm super excited to be a part of here with you guys. So y'all deserve all the love in the world. All right, let me get it back over here to Cincinnati. So we've got another line of storms pushing through here. Continuing to watch you guys there. Got this nasty, nasty supercell in Franklin and Furnace, I should say. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit more concerned on rotation on this storm, and possibly even some rotation over here near West Union, potentially, as well. I'm not liking this. Union City, or not Union City, I did that again like Ro did. West Union, I should say here. We got some rotation trying to develop on this cell. Haven't seen anything on CC, though. If we get tornado warnings on both these storms, we'll know in a heartbeat. That is not what I wanted to do. There we go. No. There we go. Yep, you can definitely see here. There it is. There's two mesos. Yep, there they are. So meso detections on both of those. So we're spot on with this so far. Potentially two tornadic storms getting ready to develop here, guys, in Ohio. Radar caught both of those. So stronger rotation here. Low level rotation is at 38,000 feet on this. Base height is 12,000 feet and depth is at 20. And then we've got 22,000 feet. So this is a really interesting tool in terms of finding rotation on storms. So I wouldn't be shocked to get tornado warnings on these here soon. We'll go back out here to the Cincinnati radar. Yeah, I'm really shocked that these are not tornado warned yet. I would say if you're in West Union, you need to be kind of getting ready to go here potentially. There is some decent rotation on this storm. Headed towards West Union. This is going to ride Highway 125. And then we're going to have the storm down here in Ironton. Ashland and Greenup is looking like it's trying to potentially produce a tornado as well here. At least, or try to get together when here in progress. I'll go back here on base velocity and kind of circle the two areas that I'm concerned about. So it's going to be here, and it's going to be here. So we'll see if they yank the warning out on both of these. Let's see if they we'll see if they do this or not. We're gonna compare it. Let me compare this to how this looks on Radar Omega. I want to see real quick. I want to see. We're just gonna do some comparison here. Yeah, they're both on Radar Omega too. All right. I got it, babe. Yeah, you can see both of them on Radar Omega as well. So they're both there. Both rotations are there. We'll see if they issue that red polygon or not. So that's West Union, Ohio, and Concord, Ohio, and then we've got Ironton, and I would say over in West Virginia. Both storms are rotating here. There are mesocyclone indicators on both of those. So y'all need to be. I would be making it to my safe place, kind of in advance here if you're able to. Have not seen a Torpos indicator on either one of these yet, which is also quite surprising. Yeah, big old mesos popping up there. 6 of that. Low level rotation is 39,000 feet. So it's definitely existing. I bet the eastern one gets warned first before the western one does. Excuse me. What are we doing, SPC? Not SPC, National Weather Service. I hope that there's not a tornado in progress on this storm right now. A little bit concerning. Especially on this one in green up. So this is going to continue to head east into West Virginia next. Little bit concerning, guys. I hope this is elevated rotation and not low-level rotation, but there is a meso on both. I am freezing. My legs are freaking cold. Oh my goodness. Still got 2.75 inch hail on this, which is what the indicator is showing. Hold on. Let me check something on Radar Omega because I don't think I have. Actually, hold on. Let me see if MRMS is on here real quick. It is on here. Let me see if I can overlap. Yes, we can see hail. Hold on a minute. Let's see here if this works. Oh my gosh. So this is actually pretty freaking cool. I didn't see this before. This is not on Radar Omega. A lot cooler. So this is hail. So what we're seeing on these meso reports is not correct right now, but 1.5 inch hail is what's falling out of this. That's pretty cool feature. I like that a lot. The other one over here producing almost 1 inch hail, right at half an inch. That's some pretty cool stuff right there. Around 1.5 inches. Ah, hold on. It crashed it. Knew it was gonna do that. It's a pretty big software, guys. So it'll do that a couple times. Yeah, that's your hail. Is that bigger hail? Oh, that's showing a radar hole there, but anyways. That's pretty freaking cool, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff. Love it. I love it, guys. Got the lightning in here too, which is pretty cool. Yeah, really cool stuff with this. I love it. Yeah, we're definitely getting some hail in this thing. Yeah, it is freaking awesome. I am very much happy with this program. And the radar continuously live sweeps as well. Continuing to still see some rotation here in West Union. I have not seen a Tor POS upgrade to this yet either, which is a little bit concerning to me. Yeah, still looking at 1 inch hail 60-mile-per-hour winds out of that storm in West Union, Ohio. And then the other one also still 1 inch hail 60-mile-per-hour winds. I'm jealous, not gonna lie. Babe, I told you how to solve that. I'd buy you a PC down the road if you wanted one. You said, I don't know about that. She said, I don't know. We've got a 3-inch hail diameter indicator on here. 3 inches. That's apple-sized hail, but I don't think this is actually making it to the ground. I think this is a loft. That's actually crazy. I do want to buy you a camera too. That is very true. They need to upgrade this warning. I mean, it also expires in 8 minutes, so 3-inch diameter hail is wild. And then this Boeing line segment has not been warned yet coming into Cincinnati, which is surprising to me as well. Like I said, I don't think that this is fully reaching the ground, but we'll see. Let's see if I can get some reports on this for you guys. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I haven't seen any reports yet of there actually being anything quite yet. All right, so that is moving out. This is going to cross into West Virginia here soon. I do want to watch to see if this storm in West Union does actually develop a hook echo feature on it. So I think that's elevator rotation on that storm. That's probably why there's not a warning. Now the southern one over here looks like it's got potential still on it. Yeah, it does look impressive on radar. I'm not going to lie, it does. It's definitely up there for sure. So this is going right into Irontown right now as we speak. It's going to cross into West Virginia here very, very soon. Or technically it's going to stay in Ohio and then cross into West Virginia here very soon. Had to make sure I was doing this right. I'm hoping that's not QLCS rotation in this line segment. No, it's not. For some reason, I thought it was. I don't know why. There actually could be. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, a little nice line segment moving here. Moving into Florence. Walton. Interstate 71 is about to get blasted. That's the off-ramp here, I think. Yeah. Interesting. Once again, this storm is just impressive. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds still. I don't know how this has not been upgraded to, like, at least 2-inch diameter hail out of this storm here. It's actually a little bit shocking to me. Allie, good to see you made it over here. Yeah, you guys are gonna get going on Saturday and Sunday. It's gonna happen. I don't think you're getting out of that one. That's the sucky thing about it, though. Might have to run away. Yeah, it's gonna be doing the thing for a while. Oh, reflectivity. What are you doing? There we go. I don't know why, but I'm still a little bit shocked that we don't have tornado warning, at least a torpos. There we go. New severe thunderstorm warning here. Let's take a look at this. 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail. We've got Rosemont, Clarktown, Otway, excuse me. We've got Minford, Duncansville, New Boston, not Texas, New Boston, Ohio, Bear Creek, Cedar Mills, Lombardsville, State Route 3048, State Route 125, Wamsley, West Portsmouth, Turkey Creek, Lake, Powellsville, Wilsburg, and the regional airport there in Portsmouth. So that's going to be for this new severe thunderstorm warning right here that just got issued. Lucasville, Portsmouth area again. Got some pretty decent hail on it coming in as well. So we are covering the Ohio Valley today, guys. West Virginia, so this is the risk zone for today. Level 3 enhanced risk there in the orange. Level 2 slight risk in the yellow, and level 1. So far, things are pretty tame, other than the hail that seems to be up there today. This little supercell here in Ohio has been causing some issues, at least in terms of potential hail. This might be a radar glitch in terms of rotation now. Yeah, I think a lot of these storms are elevated, which is why there's rotation showing up, which means they're not making it all the way down to the surface. Y'all, we just crossed the 2-hour mark on the stream as well. Let's go. We got about 2 hours left to stream in here today, and I'm going to have to wrap things up for the day. But so far, things are tame. We like this. We'll take it. We'll be doing weather updates nightly on days where we don't have severe weather on YouTube and on TikTok. Hopefully I get approved for TikTok again. All right. Number 2, guys, severe thunderstorm watch is out for most of the viewing area there until 10 p.m. Central Time tonight. We got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning in Kentucky. I believe that is going to be the northern storm. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. We'll see if that pops up. There it is. Okay, that's eastern Kentucky. So yeah, this is going to be headed towards Charleston, West Virginia here. I'm going to have to get this other radar pulled up. I think that was the right warning. There we go. All right, so that's going to be for Ironton, Ohio there, / the Kentucky line. This has got Raceland in it. Russell, Flatwoods there, Washington. That storm's just to the north of you guys, technically. If you're in Crown City, Ohio, along the West Virginia line, Athalia, getting ready to go towards the Charleston area, you got to be watching out for this storm. I will mention one thing. The storm is still elevated. Lots of large hail embedded in here. Those darker colors, those bright colors you're seeing is hail, heavy rainfall, etc. What we are watching for, the potential is for some rotation at the lower levels here. Haven't quite seen any hook echo feature develop on this storm quite yet. I don't know if it will or not. But currently right now we are watching for wind and hail. That is the biggest threat for this storm, moving at 52 miles per hour due east-southeast. Guys, I got 43 people watching on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. Good to see y'all coming over here from TikTok. If you're also new just in general, I appreciate you for watching. I don't know what the short range radar is doing. It's being wonky. Take a look up here in Indiana, see if we've got anything else. Got a couple new storms firing off here just east of DuPont. Yeah, Louisville, your storms will be later on tonight. Yeah, it's a lot easier. We're going to be dual streaming, guys. So if you like YouTube a lot, as long as we get approved on TikTok to continue to stream, we'll be dual streaming. Line's starting to intensify a little bit there to the east. There is no way that this hail detection is correct. This is not producing 4-inch diameter hail. I would be crashing out if this was producing 4-inch diameter hail. There is no way that that is accurate. There is no way. 100% probability of 3.75-inch hail. Somebody's car would just be obliterated if that was true. For some reason, I think we're in fantasy land with these meso icons. $75 dBz is wild. If for some reason this gets upgraded to 4-inch hail, yeah, that would be insane. I mean, 1-inch hail is what the warning is calling for. I have not seen... We can fix this. Hold on, guys. We can fix this. I forgot. We have a way to fix this. This might actually be producing destructive hail. I'm not going to lie. Like, it crashes out in the middle of the storm here, but we're producing 1.5, maybe 2 inches almost. I mean, it's still some pretty decent hail, though, regardless. Storm was nasty. Interesting. We'll see. Let me look at Radar Omega and compare. Hold on a minute. We're going to do some comparison here. Yeah, like... Okay, they did Torpos, by the way. They finally Torpos the northern one. I'll go back to that here again in just a second. I just want to see MRMS if it's doing the thing or not. If it's showing it. Oh, wow. MRMS does have 2-inch hail. This storm might actually be legit. There's a new scan, 2.2 inches. So I guess the radar just can't see it too well here. Hold on a minute. I guess the radar's just not doing good with it, is what I'm seeing. It might actually be producing that diameter inch hail. That's concerning. All right, they did Torpos, guys, that western storm now. So we'll get back up here to that. Finally. I wouldn't be shocked to see that get upgraded to destructive hail at some point still. Yeah, we're starting to see spin on this storm again. It's definitely there, yep. So those brighter colors there is where that rotation is going to be at shear-wise. So outflow winds at 50, incoming winds at about 10. So there is some rotation embedded within this here. Sheesh Louise. No CC, which is good, though. I bet we get a tornado warning on this soon. So Torpos, radar indicated 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Otway, Lucasville, Rosemont, moving towards Portsmouth, and South Webster. I'm gonna actually take those little pings off there. Oh, that's a pretty cool feature. You can see the gate-to-gate shear, too. You can see it lined up here. Storm relative velocity is also there, yep. It's all there. See if this storm gets tornado warned. Hold on, let me check something here. Oh my god. I got something that's going to make y'all excited. We got an update on our CSU Supercell composite for next week in week 3. That's not for this week, it's for next week. So this will be for April 21st through April 22nd. And then we've got April 28th through May 4th. I hope Ro's in here to see this. This is going to be interesting. Let me pull this over so you guys can see this. So here's our Supercell composite graph for the next 13 days. So you can see where we're at currently right now. A little bit of an uptrend today. And then we've got the next 2 weeks, but take a look at the week 2. So this is next week. You can kind of see where things are going to be kind of playing around at in this area here. So that is going to be for next Monday, following Monday, through that following Sunday. Love that. Those brighter colors are maxing out. This is not showing that there's going to be any big outbreaks or anything, but it's just showing where the potential is going to be at going into next week. And then, wait, guys, it gets better. How about the first week of May? We are so back. Let's go. Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Missouri, Iowa. The whole entire state of Oklahoma in the red there. Oh my gosh. This is insane, actually. What do you say to that? Happy May freaking 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Oh my goodness gracious. Now watch, guys. I want to tell you this now. There's a lot of weather enthusiasts and streamers that will only post these posts when they're like insane like this. They don't post the bottom end trends. Watch tonight when we get our late night model runs in. This will completely change and it'll be downgraded to like nothing. It always does this. It'll downgrade and show nothing after a couple days worth of like uptrending, and then it'll downtrend, and then it'll uptrend, and then it'll downtrend. But basically what this tells us in a nutshell is April 21st through May. Oh, you can't even see this. Through May, 4th is going to be wild. So basically, really the next 3 weeks is going to be crazy. That's basically what I'm getting at. Take this week as a warm-up week, as you will. But you can see this is where we're at for the rest of this week. This is next week, and the last week of April going into May. So 1, 2, and 3. Crazy stuff. No, Elizabeth, we were live just for a couple hours today. Just kind of covering what we've got going on today. Trying to get a feel for the new stream software here, all of that, etc. Just some super exciting stuff. Virginia is actually sitting in a level 1 and level 2 risk for severe weather, depending on where you're at. So, but yeah, guys, what a wild sequence of events that we have. We're gonna be doing a lot of streaming. I'm excited. I love doing weather streaming with you guys. Katie, I don't want to say that you'll have to. I think Friday in general is going to be, Friday and Saturday and Sunday are going to be lower end days. Let me talk about this here in just a second. Let me pull up our models really quickly here. We can talk about this in a nutshell with you guys. I should click on a radar site maybe and it'll work. There we go. God, both of these storms are just cranking though. Whatever rotation we had, we lost. So, at least on that storm previously there. Still could try and rebalance back. But, let me talk to you guys about something here. I think our European model updated. Let me check it over here and see. Let's switch here and let's talk for just a second. So, let's go Euro, because Euro is Euro. We love Euro model. We respect the European model. Why not? Talk about our troughing pattern real quick. So here is what's causing today's severe weather. This little pesky low pressure system that is basically sitting up in Canada, just kind of hanging out and chilling around here. Let me actually change the color here. There we go. That's our friend right there that's causing the issues. You've got a pretty nice little jet streak here in northern Ohio Valley. This is going to continue to dip down through the evening here in the afternoon hours. And you can see this afternoon and this evening why we have severe weather. We've got a well-rounded jet stream here, giving us winds out of the southwest at about 45 to 60, 70 miles per hour. Not too crazy. But this is why that damaging wind threat is the highest, because I mentioned yesterday in the video, or not yesterday in the video, in today's video, I mentioned our wind profiles are basically linear to our low-level jet profiles, which doesn't really give us much of a tornado risk. That's why we're seeing these storms elevated and struggling in terms of tornado potential. So winds are out of the west to east here, giving us a damaging wind threat, hail threat, isolated tornado threat today. And then that system's going to kick off to the east. And watch what's going to happen here. We're going to have two different things that are going to play a factor into the rest of this week. This is the system right here that's going to bring severe weather on Thursday and on Friday. And then we're going to have a second piece of energy that's going to swoop down on Saturday and Sunday and give us our weekend event. So two different systems coming in for Thursday, Friday, one for Saturday, Sunday. That trough's going to move in. That jet stream to the north is going to merge. And you're going to get what we call a subtropical jet stream out of the southwest. And this is actually going to be some pretty decent amount of shear. I expect more of a damaging wind and a hail threat to develop over the next Thursday, Friday period than a tornado threat. There will definitely be a tornado threat in place, but I think this low right here on Saturday and Sunday is going to cause more of a tornado setup on Saturday and Sunday than it is now. There will be southwesterly winds veered. You can kind of see a little bit of a divergence convergence zone here in the middle, giving us, you know, some stout EML potentially here for a capping inversion maybe in place, but this is just going to be a nice little southwesterly to northeasterly flow, giving us moisture transport. Dew points will be up there. As we go into Saturday and Sunday, this is where things I think get a little bit interesting, and the European model is still very, very decent with this trough. What I will say is I'm noticing a trend in this jet stream kind of falling apart a little bit now in terms of Saturday and Sunday. It's still going to be a very strong negatively tilted trough here moving in, which is going to give us a decent shot at a couple tornadoes in this corridor on Saturday and Sunday. But I think going into the weekend, we're definitely going to have to watch for an upgraded potential tornado risk here, maybe even moving up into the Midwest and Ohio Valley on Monday. And then watch this, guys. European model wants another system coming in here Monday the 21st. More subtropical jet stream. As long as we have this subtropical jet stream coming out of the West Pacific here and strong MJO troughing coming off the west as well, you're going to get severe weather setups. This subtropical jet stream, it's by itself, can cause severe weather to happen regardless of a strong troughing off to the west. It does happen a lot. And we're going to see that troughing continue here. We're going to have another low. We might actually get a shot early next week at some severe weather up here into Minnesota, Iowa, the northern plains, and then maybe some more round of severe weather down here into the southern plains again. So there's just a lot of things that are at play over the next couple of weeks, and we're going to continue to see this troughing. And then you got the European doing something like this. And you get these classic rocky lows that come in. They give you significant severe weather going into the month of May. We're really going to have to watch these type of setups here, but I do think we're going to be live a lot over the next 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Me and Rochelle are going on vacation to North Carolina the last week of May, first week of June, so we won't be here for anything that happens that week. But I will say, just looking all the way out to the end of April here, we are going to be very, very busy. I think tomorrow and Wednesday will probably be the only days that we don't have weather coverage stream unless this weekend goes crazy. But yeah, we're going to have to just kind of watch and see what happens. And when you're looking at models as well, just kind of give you a dew point potential here, give us an idea of how much moisture is going to be in the atmosphere. You're going to see these dew points get pulled, and especially on Friday here. Not the winter storm watch for Alaska. That's wild. Especially on Friday, Thursday night into Friday here, we're going to have a little bit of a capping inversion with a surface low up to the north here, but we're going to have a threat for some severe weather up here into Iowa, up into northern portions of Missouri, eastern Nebraska there on what's the word I'm trying to think of here, on Thursday afternoon with a capping inversion. And then Friday, basically instability and dew points are in place on Friday for kind of a widespread severe weather risk zone Friday afternoon into Friday evening here. And that'll probably transition into Saturday. We'll have to see how that happens. We get a bigger push of moisture on Saturday. Warm front trickles back down to the south. You can see that warm front parallel to the Missouri Boot Hill, Ohio Valley, down into the deep south there. And then Sunday, we kick things off here. And I think Sunday, we're going to have to watch this Saturday night into Sunday. We're going to have to watch this trough pick up. And then after that, we're going to have another trough come in and another trough come in. And it's just, we're going to have lots of instability and lots of moisture. This is where I think the plains really get going into that first official week of May. This is something that I don't want to see in terms of you guys up and down Dixie Alley here, but we're going to have a pretty decent amount of moisture transport at play for the first week of May. And this is where things could get really spicy. Anytime you got your triple point and your dew points maximizing as far north as South Dakota and North Dakota, you're going to get severe weather up and down Tornado Alley, traditional Tornado Alley here. So, that's concerning, and that's not something that I would like to mention to you guys. And then eventually this moisture is going to have to go somewhere, and it's going to skirt to the east before things kind of get done and get over with in terms of that. Another thing as well that we'll look at just really briefly here, instability, just kind of talking about in general what the atmosphere is going to show energy-wise, kind of our storm fuel. Cannot talk today. You'll see instability for today, really, really weak, not too crazy. We'll see instability on Thursday start to creep up there. Thursday's instability will be interesting to watch. I'm a little bit curious on Thursday's setup. Got about 3,000 joules per kilogram here of instability. Low end threat there just because there's a little bit of a capping inversion in place. It's a temperature inversion aloft between your dew point and your temp. And then you've got instability for Friday. I mean, Friday afternoon, you know, we'll have a pretty decent area of energy here for storms as far as Michigan and all the way down to Texas. I think we see more of an elevated risk, maybe even an enhanced risk here for tornadoes and wind and hail up from like Oklahoma up to Missouri potentially. We'll kind of see what happens. This would be the area that I would be targeting if I was chasing on Friday, kind of in a nutshell, just briefly there. And then we're going to see those storms work their way east on Saturday, and Sunday is where things get a little bit tricky. I will say this now. I think Friday is going to be the better day out of the week for severe weather. Saturday and Sunday, there will be some severe weather. Instability looks to be a little bit of a question mark, but I think, watch this, guys. Once Monday gets here, it kind of blows up a little bit. It looks like we're going to see lots of instability. I think the area that we're going to be mostly concerned about through much of next week is going to be Texas, Oklahoma, the Arctech there, getting into portions of southern Missouri. So this is the area that I think next week we need to be watching out for. So just something to kind of think about there. And then after that, you know, we get into the following week, and this is where May comes alive. So a lot of things to watch out for in the severe weather world. We'll keep you guys updated on that. We'll be live covering anything that needs to be live covered. But yeah, that's kind of what I got for you guys. So just kind of a rundown of our future in a nutshell there. And another thing too, guys, is these YouTube streams will be saved, so you can go back and rewatch them if you ever have questions on anything during the given day. So crazy stuff. So Alaska got it. Yeah, exactly. That's just part of the season, though, sadly. That's just something we're going to have to deal with. All right, so we've still got some hail and some wind out there. Nothing too crazy. Got storms moving into that enhanced risk zone here. We should start to see these severe storms get going here soon, too. At least in terms of tornado potential here. Check a couple things here. Okay. I saw that, Elizabeth. I did see that. I do keep up with that geography stuff. Love it. Love volcanology and geology and geography. I guess is the word we use for that. Like I mentioned today, guys, even though that enhanced risk is out, I'm really not certain in stone that we're going to get enhanced risk severe weather today. I think today is one of those days it's bleh. We'll see. Yeah, whatever rotation was on this storm in Portsmouth, it's gone. I'm going to start to turn more towards Charleston here. We can look at this storm. This storm does have some pretty strong wind in it. Let's take a look at this. Winds at 40, 50 miles per hour here. So we're getting up there wind gust-wise. With that storm over here, still got some very, very large hail in and around north of Milton Hurricane. This is headed right towards the Interstate 64 corridor towards Charleston, West Virginia. Like I said, I don't see today being a tornado day. We'll see. Yep, Katie, there is. Yep. Take a velocity look at again at this. Yeah, not doing nothing crazy. There's so many volcanoes in Alaska. There is. They're also on the Ring of Fire too, so that's why. You got a lot of continent dividing plates and subduction zones, all of that, etc. We could go into that another day, but yeah, a lot of stuff going on there. Not Canada. That's wild. Still got a pretty decent little Boeing line segment here, moving into Georgetown, Peebles, Winchester. So, surprised this one isn't severe warned yet either. Sheesh Louise. I think some of these storms are struggling today. Manders, Parhar, what's up? Yeah, you're going to be fine, Katie. You're great. You've done it for a while. Yeah, whatever rotation we had out of the storm is gone. At least for now. I'm going to start watching this storm in Charleston. Some stronger, brighter colors there. Is this getting up closer to 60 plus mile-an-hour winds? Right around that threshold. We love Arizona. Arizona's awesome. All right, 4:30 on that warning still to the west there. We've got a new extension on this warning. I think that was it there. Should get a new warning here in a minute. Yep, so they got another storm. They finally warned that line coming through. So Maysville, West Union, Peebles, or Pebbles, Brooksville again. We got a hail threat at 1 inch and 60 mile per hour winds on this storm. Yep, definitely some gusty winds up in that thing. Still waiting on this storm over here in Ohio to get going. You guys seen the notice when Mesomat's streaming? Nothing happens, but when Mesomat gets off stream, everything happens. Just kidding, that's not how it works. But anyways, so far so good today. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. Only a couple severe thunderstorm warnings. Makes me think that today was bust to where they. We'll see. We're just now getting ready to cross these storms into that enhanced risk. Oh, well, there we go. We finally got golf ball size hail in West Virginia. Oh, it's observed. Oh, they've finally observed it. All right, guys. Golf ball size hail here for West Virginia. We've got Charleston, West Virginia, Pinch, Winfield, Cedar Grove, Culloden, Glasgow, Nitro, Liberty, Ashton, Institute, St. Albans, South Charleston, Eleanor. Is there a place called Tornado? Tornado, Poco, Fraser's Bottom, Coal Fork, Hurricane, Elkview, and Sissonville. Is there actually a place in here called Tornado? Hold on a minute. I want to find this out. I'm curious. I'm going to search until I find. Literally, though, they have a place named Hurricane in here, too. I want to find it. I want to find it. All right, we'll have to find it later. It's fine. Starting to see a little bit of a hooky echo developing down there again on that storm. I wonder if this is going to be producing a tornado potential here soon. It's starting to try to get itself going. Take a look at CC. Look at all that hail in there. Sheesh. Oh, I can't see it, Manders. Yeah, it may not let me see it on here. It's a nasty, nasty supercell, though. God, it's still showing 3-inch diameter hail on that thing. Sheesh. All right, y'all. Yeah, we are starting to get a hook echo developing on the bottom of this storm here. Let's check our gate-to-gate winds here. Yeah, we are getting some 60s. So the bad thing is it's right over the radar site. So if we do get anything here, it's going to be a little bit harder to see. All right, we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning again for Oak Hill, Gallipolis, Rio Grande, Ohio. 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail on that warning as well. This is becoming a lot more impressive of a supercell. I think this is going to get tornado warned soon. What's up, Katie? So we got observed golf ball size hail on this warning. Yeah, this is a beautiful supercell. So Charleston, West Virginia, guys. We're gonna have some pretty populated areas here, so we need to be watching this storm very closely here. Excuse me. Let's go back and look at velocity here again. This thing has had a mesoscale on it for a while now, or at least a mesocyclone on it for a while. Let me check MRMS and see if we're getting any hail on this again. Wow. Yeah, both these storms are still producing some pretty wild hail. This is a massive, massive supercell. Jeez Louise. I really think this is going to get tornado warned soon. So this is going right for Charleston, West Virginia. Hmm. It's a tricky one, y'all. Hail probability 100%. Well, no crud. Oh, man. Yeah, no shoot, it does. It definitely does. Very impressive looking supercell. I mean, we've been watching this thing for 2.5 hours at this point, so. It's probably one of the most impressive looking supercells I've seen since we've had some severe weather in a while. Just big. It's a big base storm. Let's take a look at our echo tops. See what we've got here. Oh, it's not gonna be able to see because of the radar. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, starting to get really concerned for this. I would say if you're in Cross Lanes, Dunbar, or Charleston, West Virginia, I would be getting ready to get to my safe place just in case this decides to do something. We're really starting to see that arm extension there on our Hook Echo. Very well-rounded base structure here of our storm. I would say if you're out in front of this, kind of be watching them and getting ready to make your plans to get somewhere because they could tornado warn this storm at any moment. Honestly, given what we're seeing, it's definitely concerning. The radar being here, we're not going to be able to see velocity very well. The fact that this is not Torpost yet is also quite interesting to me. Or not Torpost. Yeah, the fact that it's not Torpost is interesting to me. Hold on, guys. I gotta get rid of the bathroom. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, guys, I'm back. This is a hell of a supercell right now. This thing is wild. So we actually are getting reports of 3-inch diameter hail inside this storm, by the way. I was looking at reports on X. They are definitely there. We're going to have ourselves there it is. It's now Torpost. So yeah, observed hail 2.75 inches. This is now this should be a PDS warning here soon and a tornado warning. You guys need to get to your safe places if you're in front of this storm. We're about to get a tornado out of this. So it's Torpost with observed 2.75 inch diameter hail and 70 mile per hour winds. So we should be getting a tornado warning out of this like any second. This is an insane looking storm right now. Oh my gosh. This is an impressive looking storm. I don't care who you think you are. This is insane. Move this over here. This is very, very impressive. So once again, max hail on this 2.75 inches, guys. Remember, we are getting ready to cross this into West Virginia here. The storm's getting ready to cross into West Virginia. I mean, you can even see the velocity because this thing is so elevated. This is absolutely insane. This is insane. I mean, it is going right into Dunbar and Charleston, West Virginia here. Pretty decent populated area out of this. Let me see if I can get some better velocity realized here. Because of the scan here, just the velocity is just not gonna be able to be seen. I'm very, very concerned about this storm. Oh my god, this is something you would see in like Oklahoma, not in West Virginia. Nope, there it is.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That's about time that they issued that one. A little bit late to the party there, but all right. All right, guys. Here is our first tornado warning of the day. Once this gets popped up here. Yeah, and the thing about it is we're not going to be able to see it. But that'll do it right there. We've got Charleston, West Virginia, St. Albans, Clendenin, and basically the whole I-77 corridor. Coal Fork, Pinch. I mean, everybody's in this. So this is valid until 5 o'clock. So we got 28 minutes on this. Yikes. A little bit still late to the party on this one today. This is one of the most impressive hook echoes I have ever seen on a storm in West Virginia. And I'm not going to lie when I say that, guys. I've seen some pretty wild things. This radar site is covering up whatever we have that's visual here. I believe we are looking at right over top of St. Albans. Is what I'm seeing here out of this. Yeah, it's going to be right over top. This is going to cross. This is going east. This is going to cross Interstate 64 in the next 5 minutes. I really hope that this is not doing damage. Well, no shit. There's a tornado vortex signature on that. God. I can't see it, guys, and I hate it. We're literally in the blind right now with this radar site covering it up, and it's just gonna ride north of the radar site. So Dunbar, Charleston, West Virginia, Coal Fork, Pinch, Clendenin, you guys got to be in your safe place. Next on the list, we'll have Clay, Summersville, Anstead, Richwood, and Webster Springs if this storm continues to long track. This thing is nasty. Do I see an outbreak today? No, I don't see an outbreak. No. I really hope that these people are not stuck in this. I can't see anything, guys. Like we are blind. We don't have another radar site in the area, so we're stuck. Yeah, no PDS as of right now. They need to PDS severe thunderstorm warning out in front of this, though, I think. Hey, babe. Come here. Take a look at this on my other screen here. Max just posted this. I can't show it. These are people on 64 right now. Under an overpass. Because of hail. Like, you gotta be kidding me, right? That's not what you're supposed to do.
Nice. Nice. Shoes in the tub.
Ew. Come here, you little weirdo. The whole entire Interstate 64 inside this tornado warning, guys. They're just sitting on the damn highway. Like underneath the underpass, just sitting there. All the cars, like it's completely blocked. I cannot believe this that people do this. Guys, I will say this right now. Please never, ever, ever, I don't care what type of storm is ongoing, do not park on an interstate underneath an overpass. Please do not do that. You will get yourself eliminated that way. Gone. Do not do that. Golly. Anyways. I just don't understand people. I just don't understand it, guys. Makes no sense to me. I get that there's hail, but damn. And a tornado, but damn. You don't gotta do this stuff. Oh my god, they just did a mesoscale discussion inside of a mesoscale discussion. I'll show you guys here in a second. We've still got this tornado warning, guys, for about 20 more minutes here. We should be getting a new severe thunderstorm warning as well in a minute. Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings outside of this as well. Can't even see anything on this storm. This is so annoying. I just don't understand people. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Hold on one sec, guys. All right, y'all, I'm back. I have to grab another donut. All right. Yeah, guys, so we're getting lots of severe thunderstorm warnings in Ohio right now. Most of these are for 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. The only thing that's not concerning, or that is concerning right now in terms of tornadic activity is what I'll call it here, is this tornado warning we've got. We've got about 15 minutes left on this tornado warning here for Charleston, West Virginia, Pinch, Cold Fork, and Clendenin. Clendenin, or I guess is how you say that. This thing is just producing some ridiculous hail, though. Yep, you're good, Zoe. We got a new mesoscale, which is weird. 2 to 3.5-inch hail now is on the mesoscale. Wow, that's for West Virginia. I want to see what this storm looks like on radar. This has got to have some sick velocity on it once we get in range here in a minute. Once again, this is still in a radar indicated warning. Oh, did they finally torpedo the Portsmouth one? Hold on. Or the Portsmouth one? Let's take a look at velocity on this. Okay, so there is rotation on the one in Vanceburg. So this is going to be in Ohio. This is going to continue to go across the Kentucky-Ohio line here. There is some decent rotation in Vanceburg and Stout that we're going to have to watch as well here. I could see a tornado warning coming for that in the future if that continues. We're going to stay over West Virginia, though, where this tornado warning is at. I'm assuming rotation is in Charleston, like specifically coming into Charleston is what I'm seeing with this. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, I don't have one right now that I can use. Oof. Okay. It definitely pouring the rain in Charleston on that hook echo that's moving in there. So I wouldn't be shocked if that tornado is moving in progress to the east here. We should be able to see this thing here soon as it exits. It's the only radar we have for the rest of the day in this area. Just a reminder, guys, we're only going to be on stream for about another hour, hour and a half here. I'm going to have to wrap things up before 7 p.m. We've got some things we got to get done. But we'll be back on here tomorrow doing a weather update. We don't have coverage tomorrow, and we don't have coverage on Wednesday. That's due to no severe weather, but we'll be doing live streams here and on TikTok, dueling simultaneously, hopefully starting tomorrow, if everything works out well. We've been on here for 3 hours today, so good to get back in the groove and doing some severe weather coverage with you guys. I do not think that this tornado is on the ground from what I can see of. But we still don't know. It's covered up by radar here. Yeah, it doesn't look like this tornado's on the ground anymore. It definitely looks like it's recycled. Mezzo Matt is back again. All right, y'all. Let's get back into this. So, yeah, the tornado potential on this storm has lifted, which is good. This warning should be allowed to expire here in the next 8 minutes. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning here coming into Ohio. We'll get to that in a second. We should be getting us a new severe thunderstorm warning on this storm in general here soon. Producing hail at 3 inches in diameter almost. Yeah, whatever rotation was there is now gone. At least on that storm. So that's some good news. All right. Let's get to that new severe thunderstorm warning. That's to the... Nope, that's the southern one, I think. Hold on. Nope, that's this one here. So this is out for Gallipolis, Leon, Buffalo, Ripley, and Sissonville. Or, yeah, Sissonville. Sissonville. Got a lot of warnings out right now. Let me check the radars around here. Portsmouth is getting some wind out of this. Still some pretty decent rotation on this storm. Yeah, there's still some rotation on this storm here. Giveaway was good, Vanessa. We had one person ended up winning it. We're gonna have more down the road here very soon. This is just a lot of hail on the storm. Yes, guys, I cover all severe weather and storms for all 50 states. Yes, I do. Yep, if you ever got severe weather, guys, we'll do the thing. This will be your place to go to if you ever have severe weather. We cover full time. That is my job. I think San Antonio is actually going to get severe weather next week. I'm not going to lie when I say that. It looks very, very possible. Might even be this weekend, Saturday or Sunday, potentially. We're kind of waiting to see how far south the dry line's going to set up. Yeah, guys, absolutely. That's our job. I will say this weekend will be a little bit hard. I may not be covering Saturday and Sunday yet. I don't know yet. We've got some stuff that we're doing as a team to kind of just to do this weekend. So if we need to cover this weekend, we will. This weekend will probably be the only time you don't see me on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, but after that, we'll be here for everything else going forward. But I will. There will be some times where I do miss severe weather, but I try not to. Yeah, rural areas do get little coverage, and that's not okay. So we're going to be on here for about another hour and a half, guys. We've been on here for 3 hours and 15 minutes today. I won't be able to cover all of the event today as well, but we're here to cover what we can cover. So this tornado warning should be dropping here soon. We should just be seeing wind, mostly wind out of this stuff today. Still could see an isolated tornado or two, but so far. All right, we got a new 70-mile-an-hour severe thunderstorm warning in Kentucky. See where that's at. Wait for that to update. This is called WSV3. It's a great software in terms of radar coverage. Yeah, so Portsmouth going in towards northern Kentucky, from far extreme northern Kentucky along the Ohio River. A lot of these storms are riding the Ohio River today. These are producing damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour. So we've got Flatwoods, Adamsville, Waterloo, Westwood, Raceland, Ironton, Greenbow Lake, Worthington, Grays Branch, Coal Grove. Some of those areas are the areas. Bellefontaine is some of the area that we are seeing that severe thunderstorm warning in, up to 1.25 inch hail, 70 mile per hour winds, Worthington, Franklin, Furnace, Ashland area. Yeah, the top severe thunderstorm warning up here in Ravenswood, Elizabeth area along 77. This is for wind and hail, very low wind and hail. You guys are mostly getting into that now. Higher hail is down to the south. We still have that tornado warning at about 2 minutes left on this warning before it does expire. This storm's already basically not rotating anymore, so it's becoming more of a wind threat. We should start to see this become more of a wind threat over the next little bit. Yep, and that tornado warning just dropped, so that should be out of here in just a minute once that expires. That would be a good thing, Ashley. We're down for that. Take a look again at velocity. You're starting to see a little bit of some damaging wind developing already on some of these, on this color table here. Let me get my probe thingy out here. About 40, 50 mile per hour winds on that one. Now, over here where we've got that 70 mile an hour severe thunderstorm warning, we got 60s up in this one. Let me go towards the radar over here real briefly. We'll take a look at this. Yeah, this is where I'm a little bit concerned. This storm right here, headed towards Portsmouth and Wheelersburg again. You could kind of see a little bit of a supercell structure embedded within this, and there definitely is one. You've got this little scattered storm to the south, maybe help feeding an inflow to rotate, but there is a embedded supercell right here with this storm along around 46 and 10 heading east here. So this is what I'm looking at here. You can definitely see that hook echo. There's a hail core developing in the middle of that storm there as well, producing at least 1.5, if not 1.25 inch hail. And then there is some broad rotation with this, so we're going to have to watch this one. I'm not a fan of the way that this looks right now either. Definitely has some rotation in it. Yeah, this is going to get tornado warned pretty soon, if not here in a minute. Definitely seeing some rotation here. If you're in Franklin, Kentucky, Furnace, Ohio, Greenup, once again, this is going to go towards the same exact area that just saw severe storms, or seeing them now. There is rotation on this storm here. This is very, very concerning, actually. What's up, Kayla? Good to see you in here. I'll pull this up here. So this is your rotation right in here along Highway 10. So Franklin and Furnace. Golf ball size hail on that extension severe thunderstorm warning there for Webster, West Virginia. We'll get to that back here in just a second. What's up, Preston? So definitely seeing your green, your red, darker red here, stronger outflow winds. It's that couplet we're looking at there. Definitely seen some pretty decent hail out of this. I'm actually shocked that there's not a mesoscale on that. Okay, so they did just upgrade that to Torpos now, so they're thinking about probably dropping a tornado warning on that. So Franklin Furnace and Green Up. I'll kind of draw a polygon here. This is where I think we're going to get a tornado warning at here in the next few minutes. Something along the lines of that. This is going to be your embedded rotation in here. So this will kind of go due east along the Ohio River. These storms are Ohio River riders today. You never know, Connor. Honestly so, dude. It could be. That southern storm could have some inflow with it. But yeah, you can definitely see that spinning feature inside of that storm, that rotating mesoscale. Mesocyclone, I should say. Outflow winds are pushing 63. Yikes, yeah. 51 over 15 to 10. So right around 70 mile per hour winds. This would be like EF0 winds, if that. What are the echo tops on this thing? Jeez, 40,000 feet, 43,000 feet, 44,000 feet. So echo tops are cranking. It definitely has that look to it. Oh, Preston, I love it, dude. I am having a fun time with this software. I love it. Yeah, I'm absolutely in love with it today. Should be starting to see storms initiate to the east here as well. All right, we did get a golf ball size hail warning for Summersville and Richwood, Virginia here. This is that cell that just produced that potential extremely large hail, at least tennis ball size hail. This is now becoming kind of a cluster storm here. Yeah, we've still got the tornado vortex signature is still showing something here, but we've got 3-inch hail again, at least the icon for that here in this storm in West Virginia. We might be seeing rotation come back on this storm again here potentially soon, but it looks like it's still a damaging wind threat right now. Still looking at a tornado vortex signature there, though, at least 115 knots over 31 there. So base height is 2.3 thousand feet up. 2.3K thousand feet, sorry. Let me turn this off and see what we're getting hail-wise on this. Sheesh, Louise. Yeah, this is still producing some ridiculous hail. I know it is. Yeah, but all these storms are producing some pretty significant hail. So we got some pretty decent damaging winds coming towards Interstate 77 between Ripley and Sisonville. Hail detection is just sheesh. 4 now. So now we got tornado vortex signatures popping up here as well. 4 and 5s. Wouldn't be shocked to get a new tornado warning out of this again. Is this thing going to go again? Ugh, it's going to try and go again potentially here. How we're getting mesovortex spin off of this is interesting to me. 3.2-inch hail out of this storm up here? There's no way. That's north of Buffalo, Ohio. And then 2-inch diameter hail out of this storm. Let's go back and look at this one. Yeah, a little bit losing the inflow notch on this storm, so still might be elevated rotation. That's why it might not be there. There is a meso that popped up though, so there is some spin with this. You guys can see that. Austin, just be safe, bud. Battle it out. You got this. So this is what we've got right now, guys. We'll get a break in severe weather over the next 2 days and get ready for the next day. I need to actually look at our new GFS run that's coming in. Thursday and Friday still look really wonky. Friday looks decent. Thursday doesn't look like there's going to be anything. We'll have to see what cam guidance does. All right, we got a new mesoscale for watch likely. This is going to include the Washington, D.C. area. The good news is the mesoscale does not have concerning tornado parameters. So the threat for damaging winds and large hail will increase by late afternoon and evening for winds up to 80 miles per hour and hail up to golf ball size. So that'll include the rest of Western Virginia and Northern Virginia up towards Washington, D.C. For wind and hail. So you guys shouldn't be too concerned about a tornado risk, which will be some good news downstream with that. I think I can show the mesoscales that came out. Yeah, so this is the mesoscale that just came out here. The one that's already circled here is for, it's the watch that's already out. But this is the new mesoscale right here that just came out. So the rest of this purpled area here, we'll see their watch here soon. Which means we'll get to wrap stream up, guys, in about an hour. Not got too much longer on today. We've been live for 3.5 hours today, so doing pretty good. I still don't see the rotation in this storm, so I'm not too concerned. I think it's just the mesoscale features being mesoscale features. We do got some storms firing off north of Lexington here. Nothing severe, though, which is some good news. So we'll keep that pretty chill and calm. Some damaging winds developing here in Seismic. We should start to see more of an overall damaging wind threat progress with this, though, tonight. Or this evening, I should say. I think perfect, honestly, right now from what I'm seeing, just given the way our storms are moving, I think this will be one line of storms, and then we'll have another cluster line of storms, and then probably some convection initiating behind this, but this should take most of the instability up. So this will go east. This will go east as Supercell will go southeast, and then we'll have another line segment kind of moving through afterwards here. Okay. Most of these storms are going to be sub-severe in the next little bit, too, according to what some of the model guidance is showing. So we'll take that, guys. Like I said, we'll be on standby for Thursday and for Friday to stream. I think Thursday we'll definitely be streaming, especially late evening for hail and for damaging winds and isolated tornado threat in Iowa. Friday will be the interesting day. We'll have to see what happens on Friday. We may stream Friday, we may not stream Friday. Depends on the overall threat, what happens. So. Yeah, most of these storms are all wind and hail. Haven't seen any tornado pauses quite yet again. We'll just leave radar up here with you guys. Alrighty, guys, in the chat here, give me some feedback. What do y'all think about the stream so far today? Be honest with me. Is there anybody in the chat that's still awake? There's hail in all the warnings. Yeah, there's hail in all of the warnings. I guess my weather team fell asleep on me today. I appreciate it, Preston. That means a lot, bud. I appreciate you. Severe thunderstorm warning West Virginia. 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail expected there. Start to get some extensions on these warnings here. God, Charleston just went through this. They don't need this again. The new setup will take some time to get used to. Yeah, no, it will, but it's a good change. It's a good thing, I think. It's very much needed. We've been doing the same old-fashioned way things for quite some time. So it's a good needed upgrade. At least I think personally. Yep, I'm excited that we're able to run software like this. This is something I've wanted to do for quite some time, so. Nicole. All right, let's take a look here. We're starting to see some hail increase here with our reflectivity a little bit. Base velocity, so I think we're getting some wind gusts of at least 60, 34, 55, maybe some 60s in here potentially. Still watching the eastern storm here in Summersville. Not seeing anything too crazy out of that storm as of right now, then some wind and some hail. I think we're going to start to see most of these warnings downgrade over the next little bit. I think that the tornado threat window was very, very small today. Very, very small. And I think majority of that is going to be, we could see a couple more storms fire off. It could give us tornado potential, but I think this is going to mostly be a wind threat for the rest of the evening. Let me double check and see where we're at tornado probability wise. Yeah, most of these storms are already moving through the 5% tornado risk, so we should start to see. There's a new hail warning. We should start to see downstream here most of this damaging wind and hail. So, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning here for Falling Spring and Richwood. Golf ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Just something to kind of be mindful of here. If we get a couple more of these warnings that trend and nothing goes torpos, guys, we might end stream earlier today, depending on what happens over the next 20 minutes. I might cut stream at the 4-hour mark. We're going to have mostly wind and hail for the rest of the evening today, so I think our tornado potential is already starting to fade away given the aerial coverage of our storms. Typically, for more of a mature tornado setup, you want to see storms isolated. Not all the time, but most of this is turning into wind and hail, which is a good thing, at least as of now. Kind of starting to see a little bit more of a Boeing segment cluster here. So Richwood, you guys are going to get into this, and eventually this will go towards Richmond, potentially Virginia. A little cell there. I think overall, though, damaging winds and hail. Yeah, Elizabeth, the thing is that probably will. These cells are probably going to continue to move into Virginia. They will. They're expected to. The tornado risk is accompanied... Excuse me. Let me go back to SPC here. The tornado risk is accompanied to far extreme northern Virginia here. So south of it, you know, you'll have to be on the mindset, even if you're not in a tornado risk, you can still see an isolated tornado. But the good news is we've only seen one actual tornado warning today, and it almost produced. I'm still watching this cell over here in Worthington, potentially trying to rotate, but most of these storms, as they enter the next couple of hours, should start to become what's called linear. We should see more linear clusters. Our low-level convergence, moisture convergence is as the sun sets is going to start to dwindle down. We're going to lose surface-based CAPE, and we should just see wind and hail out there for the rest of the day. Can't rule out an isolated brief tornado or two, but it's going to be more of a wind and hail threat. So wouldn't be too concerned. Let's look at this storm here back in Worthington. This has got my attention here just slightly. A little bit of rotation here along 93 near Ironton once again, but considerable threat tag for 70-mile-per-hour winds is going to be the biggest thing on that. We'll just kind of see how this unfolds here. Excuse me. Definitely producing a lot of lightning out there, though, for sure, with these storms. I wonder if we can actually see our fronts at all with this today. Oh, you can see the cold front. It's off to the west. That's pretty cool. Here's your water vapor imagery. That's pretty cool. Good news is they are dropping the severe thunderstorm watch as these storms move through. So Cincinnati's already out of the watch. As these severe storms move through, they're dropping the watch. So that is some good news. Louisville's already outside the watch. So we may get storms, we may not get storms in some areas. We'll see. I think this is kind of the peak period of storm initiation right now. Kind of from what we're seeing. Like I said, when you have your wind barbs that are parallel to your upper level and lower level wind fields, you're going to see more wind damage than anything else, and hail. So we'll probably wrap stream up, guys, in about 15 minutes. I just don't see the need to be on here too much longer. We're going to have wind and hail majority of the day. I was wanting to get on here to cover that tornado risk that was present for a little bit, but I've got some stuff I've got to get done for the rest of the day. So we'll be back on tomorrow morning for another update. We'll do a live stream tomorrow evening on YouTube and TikTok, pending that TikTok allows me to continue to stream, do them simultaneously. But we'll stay on here for just a little bit longer, get you guys some more information here. I'm definitely concerned on Saturday and Sunday's threat, though. So, I will say as well, guys, for anybody that goes back and watches this video, make sure y'all do subscribe if you have not subscribed, as always. I do appreciate y'all where you're trying to build the YouTube channel up here. We're trying to get monetized as quick as we can, potentially, as well, so we can start getting those perks out to you guys. YouTube just offers a lot of really cool things in terms of what TikTok offers. So, I want to get to that point where we can start doing memberships and subscriptions and super chats and all that stuff. Just a lot of super exciting stuff. The best way you guys can help us get to that point is going to be through watching my videos daily. If you just sit and watch a whole video through each day, or you go back and watch some of the old ones, it will help in terms of getting the algorithm out there and allowing for watch hours to accumulate. That is probably the biggest thing you guys can do to help me get to that extent. And when we get there, we have a whole bunch of things that we can offer in terms of y'all's support. So I'm super, super excited for that. Lots of cool things, and we're going to start, like I said, streaming on here a lot more. If you guys would rather be on here than on TikTok and watch, feel free to, because I'll be able to see your questions a lot more too. So just some super exciting things with that. This is a pretty impressive storm here, though, still with the hook echo feature. Okay. We do got a little notch on this storm down here. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, a little bit of rotation along 79, just north of Charleston, West Virginia here. Kind of watching that spot, potential for some rotation. Still a little bit of rotation to the north there. There's a little bit of a hook echo, but I don't know if once again if this is reaching all the way to the surface or not. Let's play this out actually and look at this. A little bit of a notch there developing. Wonder if our storm down here in Summersville is going to try and get going again. Other than that, we just got a lot of over convection too. Oh, I love it, Danica. It's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. All right, y'all, we're going to end stream in about 14 minutes. So at the four-hour mark, we'll stop stream today. We'll get off here and be done with the day today. We've been on here for about, like I said, about 4 hours. So, like I said, I think the overall wind and hail threat's going to be what's out today. Can't rule out a couple tornadoes, but we've only seen one warning today so far. So that is a plus. This storm might try again, potentially here. It's got a little hook echo feature on it. This is headed towards Richwood, Falling Spring, Quinwood, West Virginia. This will be crossing into Virginia actually here soon as well. Now, this storm here north of Ashland has some pretty decent hook echo feature on it, but there's only wind inflow or outflow winds coming out. There's not a lot of inflow to help rotate this thing. So this looks like it could be producing a tornado, but it's not, and that's due to the lack in inflow winds in the lower levels of the atmosphere. Preston, did you purchase it? Did you get it with a subscription? With the promo code, did it work? I'm happy if it works. That'd be freaking awesome. Where is everyone? We don't have a lot of following on YouTube, Brennan. That's why. Not a lot of peeps. Yeah, that's been the hardest thing, Brennan, trying to do that. But I've learned to just it's gonna come and go at the point that it does. All right, y'all. Got about 9 minutes left on stream here if you're coming in. Looks like our storm here in West Virginia is really trying to go again. Yeah, most of this, when you see those green colors that mix in with the red and the pink there, most of that means it's elevated. So... Put Mac Wonder Camps. No, I actually do not. I do not. I average 30 to 40 a game. I promise I do not. You guys are going to have to watch a game stream. We'll do a game stream tomorrow. We'll do a game stream tomorrow. You guys can put that to the test, I guess, and see. No, Mesomat does not do that. Kayla, you can vouch for me on that one. I know you're in here. Say you can vouch for me on that one. Yeah, we're going to be good. Kentucky's going to be fine. If you really want my honest opinion, we may not even see storms down here in eastern Kentucky yet. If we do see anything, it's going to be late evening, afternoon here. Storms are struggling to convect up here. It's been mostly the Ohio River line here. Just be mindful you're in a slight risk down there. So, but... Alrighty, guys, I'm going to go and kill the stream for today. I think we've gotten pretty well into what we needed to do for today. We'll have another video update tomorrow morning. We'll do a weather stream update tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Time. We'll get back into doing consistency with our streaming and our videoing. I'm going to hopefully be able to dual stream on TikTok as well with you guys here on YouTube. So, other than that, guys, my mods, my weather team, I appreciate y'all for hanging out in here. Be safe, guys. Be weather aware. We've still got a pretty longer end of the night to go here. About another 5 to 6 hours of this risk zone for Western Virginia, Eastern Virginia, Southern Pennsylvania. But other than that, guys, if you're in risk zones, be weather aware. Have a way to get alerts on your phones. Know where to go if you get a warning, etc. And we'll see you guys here in the next one. Be safe, y'all.